Hi, I'm Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And this is a clown show, guys. It's all just a big joke. And I'm going to prove that to you today. Before I do, please take a second. Please like the video. Please comment on the video and all the different stories that we have. And today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold, which I will cover a little later. But let's get right into it. First things first, we all believe that our economic advisors that are in the government know their stuff and that they are guiding us and they understand policy, they understand finances, and they understand that the average person is hurting right now. Now, Jared Bernstein is President Biden's chief financial advisor, and this guy was filmed for a documentary called Finding the Money. Okay, it was nice of him to do that. Only problem was that multiple stories were sent to me where this guy could not answer simple economic questions, even about how money is made, how money is generated, the use of money, interest rates. This guy had no clue about this, okay? Well, the government has the ability to print money, is one thing he said, which again, it's a clown show. Well, why do we have to borrow money against ourselves if we can just print it? Couldn't answer the question. Unbelievable, guys, okay? We are $34 trillion in debt in this country, and we are the leading financial barometer for the entire world, and we have clowns like this in charge. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, to add to the clown show, there was a hacking of doctors in the UK. Now, these weren't just medical doctors, these were therapists. And what the hacker got was people's session notes. Now, if you've ever been to, let's just say, marriage counseling, or you went to a therapist by yourself and you talked about intimate details, imagine those notes getting out, okay? And I even sent this one to Dr. Marvin to say, can you believe this, okay? Because the hacker was a 13-year-old kid who tried to shake people down for money to say, hey, listen, you don't want this intimate stuff being released. 13. That's the clown show. That's the cyber world that we live in, that a 13-year-old can hack you. Okay? Think about that. Isn't that crazy? It's a little windy out here today. But nuts, guys. Nuts. So think about it. Think about, you talking, you go for marriage counseling because you're thinking about leaving your husband who cheated on you and he's just a scoundrel, and that stuff gets out to people. Nah, I'm going to pass on that one. So again, the clown show, okay? And one of my favorite ones that goes along with this theme is there was a vegan restaurant. Okay, this is not funny, okay? It is funny because of my sick sense of humor. But here's the thing. There are people that have dietary restrictions that cannot eat things like gluten, sugar, and, they have a vegan and gluten-free diet. There was a restaurant that I got to get the name of this, okay? Because it makes a lot of sense with this. And it was the Savory Fig. And what the Savory Fig has been accused of is buying Dunkin' Donuts and putting the Dunkin' Donuts in to the lot of gluten-free donuts. Now, here's the thing. It's funny, okay, because wow, these donuts taste really good today, okay? And they're just sucking on gluten and sucking on sugar and sucking on things that they're not supposed to be eating, okay? And again, that's funny to me, but what's not funny is people do have dietary restrictions. I had a woman that cut my hair for over 20 years who had continual joint pain, had swelling, had all these problems with maintaining her weight, and she could not figure out what it was. She finally did a test, and the test revealed that she was allergic to gluten. And I was like, really? This woman immediately eliminated gluten out of her diet and lost like over 20 pounds inside of a short period of time. Became healthier. She thought she was arthritic with her joints, but because of the swelling it went away when she got rid of gluten out of her diet. So it's very serious. Some people cannot eat this stuff. But what gave it away, and what's funny, read the story below, is that this person tried to pass off the Dunkin' Donuts with the little DD, the purple D and the orange Ds were on the frosting. It's like, I didn't know you could have frosting with these gluten and sugar-free donuts and all this stuff. So it was very funny that this person did it. But again, part of the clown show. Okay, so take a look at the stories below. Have you heard that Mr. Bernstein could not even answer simple economic questions on how money's created, interest rates? This is the advisor to the President of the United States, okay? Let me know what you think about this, because it's absolutely ridiculous that we're living through these economic times right now. We're all suffering, and you have all this talk about stagflation, which is high unemployment, high inflation, low demand. That's stagflation. It's just that simple. If that happens, nothing moves, okay? You don't have things sold, and you have nothing but problems. Right now, okay, so much more is happening. I'll cover it in a bit. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Sell in May and go away. That says it all. We are getting warning after warning about this economy and the stock market. David Brady, he steps forward and says that the S&P 500 could drop to 1,000. You need to protect yourself. You need to take a look at Patriot Gold Group today and find out if an IRA or 401k that's backed by precious metals is right for you. They sell all types of metals. Contact them at 888-330-1431. But also look at Jamie Dimon. He stepped forward and he said that we could see 70s inflation and we could see a bout of stagflation in the coming months. You have to listen to him, but you also need to look at what countries like Russia, China, and South Africa are doing. They are buying gold at a record clip right now. You don't want to miss out on this. What do they know? Protect yourself and your family and your future. Call Patriot Gold today, #1 rated, 888-330-1431. Have them answer all your questions, get a free investor guide, and let them know that Dan from iAllegedly sent you. Your babies are beautiful. Now, to continue with the theme of this is a clown show, think about this. Kids today that are in school, I'm talking high school, we don't want to put a burden on these kids. We don't want to stress them out. We want to make it easier for them. No, you don't. You really don't. But here's what they did. We'll start here in California. They changed the grading scale for kids in school. Now remember, when we went to school, you wanted to get an A, it was between 90% and 100%. A B was 80 to 89. A C was 70 to 79. A D was 60 to 69, and F was everything else. Remember? No. This is the new grading program. Look at this. This is insanity. And think about this. An F is 0 to 24%. 24% gets you an F. A D is 24 to 44%. Again, failing in any other world that we live in. A C is 44 to 64%. So if you got a high C on this scale, you would be getting a D. A B is 64 to 84%. Okay? And a A is 84 to 90%. Now, you wonder why the youth of today is doing bad. They can't be challenged. It's too stressful. Life is too stressful, guys. I am telling you, the older I get, the more appreciative I was of my parents and their bad parenting. You want it, go get it. Go get a job. Go get 2 jobs if you want to pay for that car. Okay? And they could afford to help me, but they didn't. They just didn't. So this is how bad it is. They want to eliminate things like the SATs. They want to eliminate things like the bar exam. Why don't you let a pilot fly the plane because he looks good in the outfit? That guy looks like Brad Pitt. Let him fly the plane. He's handsome. Do you know what I mean? You know how insane that is? It's absolutely Looneyville that we live in a world where you want to give this up just because, okay? Again, the clown show. This is the clown show, okay? Now, the clown show continues to Chicago. Chicago area teachers, okay? Story is below. They put forth a demand of $50 billion, okay? Now, here's their list of demands. You know, they want free medical procedures, they want time off, more pay, you know, food, all this insanity, and they don't want the stress of having to worry about these kids, okay? Now, here's the thing. How many students are proficient in reading level as they enter high school in Chicago? It's really simple. How about this? How about this sickening figure? It's 21%. You idiots that live in Chicago and voted for Brandon Johnson, how stupid are you? Because this guy, hey, listen, I don't want to label these kids as failures. I do. I don't want these kids flying planes. I don't want these kids operating on me or becoming lawyers or cooking food that they're not, you know, qualified to cook. Do you know what I mean? We're going to have a world of AI. You're going to have a world of economic advice given to you by a computer and not by a human being that doesn't understand simple monetary practices and procedures and how money is generated, okay? Do you want your financial advice given to you by a computer? Because you're gonna get that because people are too stupid because of the clown show, okay? So $50 billion, here's the best part about this. The entire monetary worth of that area is $50.7 billion, but they want to generate an extra $50 billion and have it given away to the teachers. Oh, that seems fair. Dan, come on, okay? And again, I don't want the SATs, I don't want these kids labeled, I don't want these kids stressed out. The next thing here in California, they want to pass a law about excessive homework. Can't have excessive homework because it's too demanding for these kids to have. So you don't want to have an obligation that kid has to work after hours. You know, school is school and beyond school, that's their time. Okay? Wow, why are kids so different than we were when we were kids? Because they don't hear the word no. It's that simple, okay? They don't hear you have to try harder. Oh my God, what you did was not good enough. People are not dealing with that right now. You have to fail. The best things in life are going down for the count and not doing well. But again, this is a clown show. Remember that. Just an absolute clown show. China is buying gold at a record pace. There's a great story below about how the Chinese are concerned about their economy. They're concerned about business failures. They're concerned about high interest rates. They're concerned about sluggish real estate. Gosh, it sounds like the United States to me, but take a look at the story below because they are buying gold hand over fist. Cannot buy enough of it. Great story out of Georgia where 6 squatters went out and moved into a house. And here's the thing, where are all these vacant houses, okay, coming from? Well, on Caveat Court in Georgia, where it came from was the people bought a house and couldn't afford the homeowners association fee and eventually got kicked out because they couldn't afford the fees. So these 6 squatters show up, find a vacant house, and wreak havoc on the neighborhood because they're not paying for anything, having parties, drinking, carousing, just being nuts, and being disrespectful to everybody, okay? Where they got in trouble was the lady next door to this house went on vacation. They stole her car. We're driving, let's get the keys. Let's go inside and see if we can find the keys. Stole the car. Again, the clown show. And they went out with the clown show and just went and took advantage of it. And finally the police had to step in and do something about this because they were a nuisance to the neighborhood. And what got them caught was they just couldn't live there for free and have a party and be a bunch of irresponsible adults. They had to steal a car to make it really just to pound it home. Now, with the whistleblowers we talked about last week and how, wow, these people are getting sick. Well, there's 10 more whistleblowers to step forward. So that 2 plus 10 equals 12. 12 whistleblowers for Boeing saying that people are going to die flying in those planes, and that people need to know about what's happening. So I just wonder if they're going to all get sick too. So let me know, okay? But again, these planes, when you fly like on Expedia and these places, I was blown away because when I bought an airline ticket, I'm like, can you really see what plane this is? They're loud. So you can see the flight. You can pick like on Expedia, you can see what plane it is. So if you don't want to fly in a particular brand or model of plane, there's that. Plus the other thing is that, did you know that there are planes out there that have been flying since the 70s? Hello, okay? Mr. Squirrel, hi buddy, I have nothing today, okay? So let me know what you think about this so far, because again, it's kind of crazy, but it'll be interesting to see the health of the whistleblowers moving forward, okay? Let me know what you think. David sent me a great story about how there is a discount shopping club that he was part of. And I'm gonna end this, I'm done with it. New credit card got issued, and he thought, okay, that was the end of that. They won't be able to charge me. And lo and behold, new credit card gets issued with new expiration date, new V code, and he gets charged again. So he calls the company and goes, how'd you do that with there being a new card? You guys don't know this stuff. Oh no, we routinely reach out to banks and get that information from them. Isn't that wild? Okay, that blew me away. I thought that was horrific. Steve sent me a great site called Purple Wave, and we were talking about in the last video about all the farm equipment that is for auction. If you guys want to see this stuff at a discount, you want to see heavy equipment, from everything from tractors to dump trucks to everything, Purple Wave. Okay, I'm not pitching the company, but he just sent me the site, and it was great because they have all these auctions. But it's a perfect example of how they have these auctions that have set period of time, and there's a tremendous amount of inventory that's out there being pushed. The next thing is Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary. He steps forward, and Kevin O'Leary says, you need to understand that interest rates are going to stay higher for longer. You're not going to see a discount anytime soon. It's going to be higher for longer. There's going to be no cut in 2024. Now, again, remember 6 cuts, and you're going to see 4% mortgages again, and it's with my mom, and everything's going to be great. No, Kevin O'Leary says you need to understand this, that with inflation as high as it is, interest rates are going to stay high, and you need to accept this. And, how do you guys feel about this? Again, the real estate agents that are out there that write me and say it's just a matter of time. All we need is a 25% basis point reduction, and everything's off to the races. It's not, guys. It's not. I know there's so much inventory with these banks, and whether they keep it together between now and election day or wait till after the election, these banks are going to have to start calling those notes in from people that are not paying for commercial loans and for the residential loans. You haven't seen anything yet. It's only going to get worse. I'm going to finish this video with these last couple stories. And the first one was sent to me by Dr. Marvin, and it was great, okay? Science Daily did a study on how people's genetic information is being sold to the highest bidder. And this is, you can think, well, how boring is that? It's relevant because think about it. If somebody is predisposed to gluten problems, if they are a sugar junkie, if they drink a lot, and you can sit there and predict certain things for their insurance, this is valuable information that they're selling about all of us, okay? If you live a sedentary life, if you don't walk, if you don't go outside, okay? That's valuable to some people because your life expectancy, Dan's just a couch potato. Dan doesn't go anywhere. I don't want to give that guy any insurance, extra riders, health insurance, life insurance, nothing, okay? Now, final story was, I experienced this at the Las Vegas Formula One race in November last year. They took areas that were generally open to the public, and they put screens up so you couldn't see the race. Now, if you've ever been to a Formula One race, zim, 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 you don't see much standing there stationary. You need to be in the stands, you need to be in a high perch to watch the cars, okay? Well, Mount Fuji is sick of people going to Mount Fuji and not taking the tour, so they blocked everybody. They put up screens so you can't take pictures of Mount Fuji when you go to Japan now. Well, that's terrible. I came all the way here. Well, take the tour. Spend the extra $68 and take the tour. No. Again, clown show. Venice did the same thing. You know, we don't want you taking pictures, so we're going to block this area, okay? And if you want to pay $5.50 is what it worked out to, you can go beyond the screen and you can get photos. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to pay the $5.50. Okay, so again, it's all a clown show. You ever want to send me anything? It's hello@iallegedly.com. And again, we're all living this. You know, children that are being told that if you get a 24%, you can pass a class. Hello, okay? It's a clown show, okay? Let me know what you think about all this. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Join the email list below because we're going to have an email going out this week, and you don't want to miss it, okay? Onward and upward. So much is happening. Can't wait to share it with you, but let me know what you think about everything, okay? That's what's most important. I'll see you soon.